All right, so I just saw um the Odyssey with my family, and yeah, I just wanted to do a quick short because, if I'm being honest, I'm not exactly super enthusiastic about this movie. I remember reading this book um when I was in middle school, and I think I read it in college again. But it's not exactly like I've never been one that's been super huge into Greek mythology. I like other mythologies, but like Greek mythology never been one that's like I like picking apart certain parts, but it's not something I'm like super enthralled into. But yeah, like this, it was a great movie. I feel like it was a fun one. Um, I think I would boil it down to like a 7 out of 10 for me, but it had some parts where it was a bit too bombastic and a bit too over dramatic with certain dialogue choices. And I'm not a stickler for accuracy, so I'm not going to even cover that. But I did feel like there's certain pacing choices of just the switch back from um I always mispronounce the name, but the main character and Tom Holland's character, Matt, the main character, also called Dacius, always pronounce it wrong. And Telemactus, I always pronounce those names wrong. But I feel like the journey and also the Cyclops, that was a very creepy scene. The way that was depicted, I don't remember how accurately that's depicted. My sister was telling me like maybe some things were altered a little bit that she remembered. I think the witch scene was very, very, very cool too. The effects on that, with switching her switching them to the soldiers to animals, thought that was cool. And I think just overall, like Christopher Nolan did a good job. I feel like one of his special listings for a lot of his movies is just capturing, I guess, just like the realism of certain moments, like Sidious having like PTSD throughout the movie after killing that girl, or just like parts of like just the framing of like how war is. And I feel like his style is always like very serious, very grounded. So like I feel like that was a great pick for this, and also like the diversity of the cast makes the world a lot more immersive and a lot more believable because I feel like there are people that will say that like, oh, like it doesn't feel that authentic because there's not enough white people. Dude, people don't understand that like there really probably was more than just, you know, fair skinned folks. But let's not get into that. So overall, I recommend this movie. You probably know of this journey. Sidious needs to get back home before his wife gets married off again, and there's a bunch of